Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. Today we are diving into an application that is called Brite, and Brite is an all-in-one productivity application, which I talked about. I think I did a sponsored video on them a year ago now, but I haven't done an updated video on them ever since. So that is what we are going to do in today's video. This wants to be like your all-in-one productivity application that has all of your tasks, your calendar, even with calendar integration, both for Outlook and Google Calendar, which I do like. And it has projects and notes as well. And we are going to go over each part of this. But first, you have this home My Day view with widgets. I feel like every application nowadays has some kind of widget system, but inside of here you have many widgets. You have everything from a countdown, if there is something you are counting down to, measurements, quotes, ideas, meditation, expenses. There are a bunch. You have diary here as well. You can have your notes here, your goals, your private tasks, or your work tasks. So I could add my work tasks to my home or my day. Let's try and add my diary. Actually, let's add meditation here as well. Let's give this orange color, and you can go ahead and you can just keep on adding things. And this application, as I said, wants to be your everything application, which means that it has a bunch of things from like expenses to notes to events to goals, diary, meditation, like your literal all-in-one application. And this might be good for a lot of people because a lot of us do pay for all of these things separately. So we have a meditation app we pay for, we have a diary app, a note-taking app, and we have all of these things separately. Having all of these in one place is actually good for a lot of people. So let's go over all of the different things from inside of this home page or my day page. I can press done on my habits and I get a beautiful little sound. I can start a Pomodoro timer. I can add tasks, notes, diary, and I can start a meditation. Or if I wanted to, I could actually add events like this. So I just hold and I drag. One thing I dislike about this, so let's say I hold and drag here, it takes a second for it to load the event, which bothers me a little bit, but that's like a minor issue. I can give this a title, so let's say it's just a test event. And from here, I can give it an icon and a cover. I can also give it a tag and a reminder. And one thing I do like about this is that I can give it a priority. I can give things inside of here a priority. I can show you that with tasks as well. So let's do test task. I can actually here choose whether or not it is an easy, regular, or hard task. I can say how long it takes, and it is just great, especially for me who struggle with prioritizing things, to have the ability to add things like the priority and also how hard a task actually is. So that was the task and the events. You can also add your diary inside of here, and they actually do have like guided diary sessions. So 5 questions here from this is the self-reflection one. They have a bunch of them. Journal of relationship, quick self-examination, morning mood, me in the future feeling loneliness. So you can choose from categories here as well. I do love this. So this is, I would say that this is tailored towards people with ADHD or other maybe other issues that makes them struggle with focus. I feel like that is who this application is tailored towards, and that is several reasons for that. One of them being that they have like a bunch of questions. At least they had it when I signed up a year ago, where you had to like answer a bunch of questions around what made you struggle, and it really felt like it was tailored towards people with ADHD. Um, so that was the tasks and the events. We also have the notes, and the note here, it had a few bugs, and I talked about this in my previous video, because the note-taking experience was the experience I struggled with the most last time I actually tested this application out. It had things like backlinking, and it still does have that. Uh, and what I disliked about the backlinking is actually how they appear. I didn't like that, but that was a minor issue. A bigger one was like, let's try this one more time. Let's do this. And let's jump into this note. And I think if I go back into my notes now, this disappears. So still a few bugs when it comes to like in-depth note taking for people who like things like things like backlinking and do like really complex note taking. This isn't the application. It still breaks when I try to do those things, but other things actually worked quite well, like the divider works quite well, and it has a lot of formatting, but the application is a little better now than it was the last time I tried it out. So if we do like code, you can now add code blocks. You can also, this wasn't here a year ago, so it is clear to see that they have developed the application. You have a lot more possibilities now, but the note-taking part doesn't feel really intuitive, but it feels a lot better than the last time I tried it out. So you, as I said, you have a bunch of different formatting options. One thing I wanted to test is if this works with Markdown, and it does not. That is also something that bothers me a little bit, but it comes back to the point I made earlier that this note-taking experience isn't tailored towards people who are really into note-taking. Apart from that, we have projects, and I can add different projects here. So let's just do a YouTube video Brite, and this is for work. You can save this, and here I can have different views of my tasks within this project. So film video is one task. I can drag this. I can see it in a matrix like this. This is the Eisenhower matrix. I can add notes specifically to this project. I can give it a description, and I can have sub-projects here as well. So this is a really nice. Having the ability to actually divide things into projects is something I like a lot. And I feel like this application has a lot of features that I like a lot. You also have goals, habits, schedule. So when you wake up, when you go to sleep, this reminds me a little bit of the daily planner applications I have seen popping up everywhere. We have sketches now, so you can now draw inside of this. The note-taking experience, just to keep that in mind, has always worked with an Apple Pencil. It did that a year ago, and it actually did it quite well. I haven't tested it out lately, but a year ago it worked. We also have sounds. We have sounds, and we have something called Insights, which is basically their news platform with how they talk to their customers with different updates and things like that. You have the diary. I've talked about this. You have expenses, meditation, weather, ideas. So here you can add your different ideas. You can add memories, measurements, quotes, and countdown. So a lot of different features inside of this application. And my final thoughts is that This is tailored towards people who want to be more productive, not necessarily people like me who have productivity as a hobby. I feel like it lacks a few features and it doesn't feel as intuitive for someone who spends a lot of time inside of all of these applications. It is a great idea, but as I showed you, there are still a few minor bugs, and I really don't like the note-taking experience inside of here. But apart from that, I feel like the application is really, really good. I have never had a problem with any of the tasks or diary or Pomodoro timer, so that hasn't been an issue. But the note taking just isn't good enough. But you also have to keep in mind that this application will only set you back $3.29 each month if billed annually, or 4.5 if billed monthly, which is really, 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 really cheap for an application like this. They have a public roadmap as well, so you can check that out. There are a lot of things they want to add, but many of these things will take a lot of time for them to add. But I do love the idea, and I have seen a lot of videos and even Medium articles about this application. So the idea is really good. I would like to see some of the bugs fixed, at least before they try to add a bunch more features. I would like to see the note-taking experience getting a little bit better. But the app has developed a lot since the last time I checked it out, and even back then I thought that it was an okay choice given the pricing. So that was it for today's video. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching today's video.